How do you know your website is working for you? Hi, this is Christian Ventura, and I'm going to show you how to implement and analyze a heat map on your winery's website. So, to get started, what is a heat map? Well, simply said, a heat map is a visual representation of a visitor's interaction with your website. It looks just like this. So, here you'll see what a heat map looks like. It shows you where visitors are clicking, where are they moving to, where are they scrolling. So you have an idea of what things are getting the interest of your visitors and where are they clicking and what's not working as well. So how can you implement a heat map on your website? Well, to do this, first you need to have uh, Google Tag Manager installed on your site. So if you are using Commerce 7, if you're using Orderport, or if you're using uh, Wine Wine Direct, all of them give you the ability to install Google Tag Manager code. So you're able to add tools like this to your website easily. So we're going to cover that on a separate video. So let's get started. So if you go to winemarketingtx.com/hotjar, it'll take you to one of my preferred heat maps providers, which is Hotjar. It's widely used and very easy to install. So when you go here, if you click on sign up with email or signing with Google, you'll be able to enter your information. I'm going to do sign in with Google because it's just easier, and I like to keep everything tidy with my Google account. So when you click on sign in with your Google account, you'll be able to enter your account information, your password, if it prompts you for your password, and it'll automatically create a Hotjar account for you. Now you'll be able to put your organization name, so your winery name or your company name in there. They'll ask you for your organization size, what's your role, and if you'd like to receive articles and tips, you can check on that as well. All right, so now the first step once you get your information in is where do you want to install Hotjar? So here you're going to enter the URL of your website. So I'm going to use my website. I'm going to click continue. Forgot to add the full website in there. And it's going to search for Google Tag Manager to see if you have it installed. So if you have Google Tag Manager installed, it's going to show you this card here so you can start setting it up easily. If not, then you'll have to install it manually. So I'm going to click Start Setup. It's going to ask me to log in with my Google account again to use Google Tag Manager. And it's going to ask me to validate if I'm going to give Hotjar access to publish their code in my Google Tag Manager, manage the versions and subcomponents. So basically, we want to click on all of them to let Hotjar uh, add their code in there. So we're going to click continue after you select all of them. And you're going to wait for it to do its own thing. Then it's going to prompt you to select your Google Tag Manager account or your GTM account. So I'm going to select my account, and then my container inside my account, which is the website that I want to installing it. Usually that's how it's set up. Then you're going to create and publish tag. And you want to confirm. And it's going to do all the work for you behind the scenes. Now you don't have to deal with any codes, any messy installations in your website. So we're going to give it a minute here. for Google to confirm the installation. Now, again, why is it important to have a heat map on your website? Well, you want to know what people are clicking on and what they're not clicking on. And that's going to give you a better idea on what changes to make, what to optimize, what to move from one place to the other. How are they navigating your site? That way you can improve the experience for people that are visiting your website, and in turn increase conversions. It can be you want them to go to a purchase page, and you can see if they're adding products or not, which products are they clicking on the most. Maybe you want them to sign up for a newsletter, and you can see if they're getting to that button or not. Or you want to have more wine club members, and you want to see if they're getting to that page or not. Right. So the last step is to verify our Hotjar installation in Google Tag Manager, and it's gonna preload your website in there and then verify installation. So basically, it's gonna visit your site with some unique code, and it's gonna throw some confetti in there if it's all good to go. All right. So we have confirmation here that we are live, and you have a 30, 29-day trial of Hotjar Business. So you have access to a lot more things. But after that, you still have access to the free stuff, which is more than enough to get started. All right. So how do you create the heat map now that it's installed? So on the left menu, you go to Heatmaps, and then we're gonna start with the home page. So we're gonna leave this as single page, and we're gonna click on the URL and enter the URL here of your home page, and you're gonna click to view heat map. Now it's gonna say that no session data matches your selections. So obviously, because no one has visited your site yet, but it is now set up, and you'll be able to visit this later when uh, people start visiting your website. So I'm gonna visit my website real quick, and I'm gonna click around so you can see what the heat map looks once it's receiving actual visits from people. So I'm gonna scroll down a little bit here on my website, and I'm gonna click here on the photo to see if it has a link. So all these clicks are gonna get registered on the heat map once the page finishes loading. So if I click on any of these buttons, it's also gonna get registered on the heat map as well. Right? So I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna click here on contact me. It's gonna take me to a new page. Now, when we go back to the heat map here, it's gonna show data once it captures it. So that's how you create a heat map. Once you have a heat map in place, you'll be able to see where people are clicking and where are they not clicking, so you can make changes and optimize the text, the call to actions, the buttons, uh, and do a lot of neat stuff. So if you want more information on how to analyze the heat map and what you can do with it and the various things you can do with Hotjar, just drop a comment below, and I'll be able to help you out and show you all the neat stuff that you can do with it. So that's it for now. See you on the next video.